Hello everyone. Love, a subject that each of us has experienced at least once, but have you ever truly understood it? Why do some relationships last while others easily fall apart? Have you ever wondered what truly makes a date memorable in a man's eyes? Many people believe that appearance or attraction is the most important factor, but in reality, there are subtler things that they always expect, even if they rarely say so. It might be respect, a bit of initiative from you, or simply those joyful moments and natural laughter. When you understand and subtly respond to these, you not only make a strong impression but also make him crave to be by your side even more. Welcome to the Sophia's Knowledge channel, and my name is Sophia. This is the place where you will find valuable lessons and tips to help you build a truly lasting love. In today's video, Sophia will explore 7 things men always expect from a date but rarely say, with real-life stories and deep insights, so watch and apply them immediately. Don't miss out on these pieces of advice that might change the way you view and live in love. You will surely feel more at ease when you find a quiet place and put on your headphones. Let yourself relax and be ready to receive the positive messages in today's video. Are you ready to embark on this journey with Sophia? Let's begin together. Point number 1. Respect and attention. Something men always expect but rarely say. In the world of love and dating, women often focus on impressing, on how to be attractive or maintain the allure for their partner. However, there is one important factor that very few pay attention to yet strongly influences a man's feelings on a date: respect and attention. Have you ever wondered why some dates go by blandly even though both parties have good intentions? The simple reason is that men, though they rarely express it, always desire to be respected and be given attention in conversation. No need for excessive compliments or over-the-top gestures, just the feeling that they are valued and truly listened to. Why is respect and attention so important? Unlike women, men rarely express their desires directly. But that doesn't mean they don't feel the difference between a date where they are cherished and one where they are treated like an afterthought. Men also need to be listened to. Society often assumes that men must be strong, must take the initiative, and must lead the date. But what few realize is that they also have a need to be listened to share without interruptions or judgment. When you genuinely pay attention to his story, not only do you make him feel more comfortable, but you also make him realize you are someone worthy of respect. Respect is the key element in a lasting relationship. Initial attraction may come from appearance, humor, or charming conversation. But for a relationship to truly last, respect is an indispensable element. If a man feels that you appreciate his thoughts and respect his opinions from the very first meeting, he is likely to want to know you better. Respect does not mean agreeing with everything. Many mistakenly believe that respect means agreeing with everything the other person says. In reality, men appreciate a woman who has her own opinions rather than someone who just nods along habitually. Respect is shown in how you respond to his opinions, even when you hold different views. How to subtly show respect and attention? Eye contact. One of the strongest signs of attention is eye contact. When a man is speaking, if you're looking at your phone, glancing around, or seem distracted, he will feel unimportant. Maintain natural eye contact to show that you truly care about his story. Active listening. Don't just stay silent and nod out of habit. Show that you are genuinely listening by asking open-ended questions, providing feedback, or sharing a related story. This will help him feel more connected to you. Don't interrupt or shift the conversation to yourself. A common mistake in communication is that when the other person is speaking, many tend to cut in to share their own story. This inadvertently devalues the other person in the conversation. Let him finish his thoughts, then share your perspective. Don't embarrass him in front of others. Men are very sensitive to being criticized or losing face, especially in public. If there's something you disagree with or feel the need to comment on, choose to speak tactfully rather than publicly criticizing him. Let him feel appreciated. Sometimes, a simple compliment like "I think you're very knowledgeable about this field" or "you have a very interesting perspective" is enough to make him feel valued. There's no need to overdo it, just the right amount of timely recognition is enough to show that you are a considerate person. Things to avoid to not lose his respect. Comparing him to others, whether intentionally or unintentionally, comparing him with an ex or another man will make him feel undervalued. Showing impatience. If you constantly check your watch, seem distracted, or appear impatient, he will immediately sense it, diminishing his favorable impression of you. Exhibiting a condescending or sarcastic attitude. Even if his story isn't particularly interesting, avoid a sarcastic or disrespectful tone. Sincerity is always the most important factor on a date. In conclusion, respect and attention aren't something grand or difficult to implement, but they can make a huge difference on a date. When a man feels that he is being listened to and valued, he will have a very positive impression of you. Remember, a great date is not only about looks or witty conversation, but also about how you make the other person feel about themselves. So next time you meet someone, try applying the above points and see how their reaction changes. You'll be surprised to find that with just a bit of subtlety and care, you can create a much stronger impression than ever before. What do you think about this? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your opinions and discuss further. Don't forget to like if you found this content useful and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next sharing. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's continue together. Point number 2. Naturalness and comfort. An important element that makes a date wonderful. A successful date doesn't just depend on a luxurious venue or an interesting conversation, but also on the natural and comfortable feeling between the two people. Men may not say it out loud, but they always want their partner to be relaxed, happy, and to enjoy the moment together without having to force themselves to appear overly perfect or conventional. So how can you display naturalness and comfort while still maintaining attractiveness? And why is this element so important on a date? Why are naturalness and comfort so appealing? Create a warm and approachable atmosphere. One of the things that makes a date stressful is when both parties focus too much on trying to impress each other and forget to enjoy the moment. When a woman can laugh freely, without being too reserved or forced, a man will find it easier to connect. Show genuine self-confidence. Naturalness does not mean carelessness, but rather knowing how to show your true self in a refined manner. A woman who is confident in herself does not need to act like someone else in order to be liked. This makes a man feel comfortable and want to get to know you more deeply. Help both of you escape the interview feeling. Many dates turn into unofficial interviews, where each person tries to ask the perfect questions and give polished answers, but the true connection is missing. When you can relax, the conversation becomes more natural, and both parties can reveal themselves without feeling judged. Create an unforgettable impression. A fun date doesn't necessarily have to include dramatic romantic moments. Sometimes, just a gentle conversation, a natural burst of laughter, or a moment where both enjoy something simple is enough to make a man remember the date forever. How to maintain naturalness and comfort on a date. Don't stress too much about impressing. When you focus too much on trying to impress, you might inadvertently create a stiff atmosphere. Instead of worrying whether you are saying the right things or behaving appropriately, think about enjoying the present moment. Let everything happen naturally and don't force yourself into any mold. Smile and express your emotions genuinely. A natural smile can break down any barriers. If you feel happy, smile freely. If something surprises you, don't hesitate to show your emotions. Men appreciate those who can express their feelings naturally instead of hiding or restraining them. Choose comfortable conversation topics. A common mistake is that from the very first date, many try to dive into serious topics like the future, career, or life philosophy. While this is not wrong, if done too hastily, it can make the conversation feel tense. Start with light topics such as hobbies, interesting experiences, or things both of you are interested in. Don't try to control everything. Some people have the habit of planning a date in too much detail, from what to eat, where to go, to what to talk about, making everything rigid. Allow for some spontaneity, some surprises. Sometimes, the unplanned moments create the most memorable memories. Enjoy instead of overworrying. A date is not a test that you need to pass. It is an opportunity for you and your partner to understand each other better. When you truly enjoy the date, your partner will feel it too, and everything will become much more natural. Things to avoid to not lose naturalness and comfort. Don't pretend to be someone else. If you don't like a particular dish or activity, don't try to act like you do just to please your partner. Sincerity is what creates a lasting connection. Avoid over-concerning yourself with your image. If you keep adjusting your hair, checking your phone, or worrying about how you look, you will hardly be able to truly enjoy the date. Don't strive for perfection. No date is 100% perfect. There might be awkward moments, misfired words, but that doesn't matter. What matters is whether both of you feel comfortable with each other. In conclusion, naturalness and comfort not only make a date more enjoyable but are also key factors in helping two people truly connect. Men may not say it out loud, but they always want to be with someone who makes them feel at ease and not under pressure. Remember, you don't have to be perfect to create a memorable date. Sometimes, simply being yourself, enjoying the moment, and letting everything happen naturally is enough to make your partner feel special. If you are still watching the video, don't hesitate to comment continue. Leave your thoughts and questions in the comments below. I'm very eager to hear your opinions, and don't forget to like and subscribe so that Sophia has more motivation to create more great and meaningful videos. Let's continue together. Point number 3. A little initiative from the other side. The thing men always expect but rarely say. In a date, most men usually take the initiative in planning, leading the conversation, and making decisions about activities. However, even if they do not say it, they always expect that the other party also shows some level of initiative. This not only makes the date more interesting but also makes them feel cared for and respected by the woman. Initiative does not mean that you have to completely change roles or lead everything, but simply showing that you are also investing in the meeting. This is the factor that helps balance the relationship and brings a comfortable feeling to both. Why do men like a woman with initiative? It helps them feel cared for. Men are usually expected to take the initiative in a relationship, but if they are the only one putting in effort, they will gradually feel as if they are trying alone. When you show a little initiative, even if it is just a text to check in or a suggestion for a meeting spot, they will feel that you are truly interested in them. It reduces pressure and makes the date easier. Not every time can a man come up with the perfect plan. If you are willing to contribute ideas or suggest something, they will feel more relieved. This helps the date avoid tension and also prevents awkward situations when they do not know what to do next. It shows that you are independent and confident. A woman who knows what she wants and is willing to show it always makes a strong impression. Men are attracted to those with their own personality, who give opinions rather than just waiting and following along. It creates a sense of equality in the relationship. If everything is always decided by one party, the relationship can become unbalanced. When you take some initiative, you are creating a two-way interaction, where both contribute to the development of the relationship. Simple ways to show initiative without being too strong. Take the initiative to start the conversation. Many believe that men should text or call first. However, when you take the initiative to send a good morning text or ask about his day, it can make a big difference. It shows that you are not just waiting, but also care about him. Suggest a meeting place. Instead of leaving the entire plan to him, you can suggest a place you love or want to try. This not only eases his pressure but also makes the date more interesting as both of you participate in the decision-making process. show enthusiasm and respond positively. If he invites you somewhere, instead of just saying up to you or whatever, show enthusiasm by saying, that sounds interesting, let's go, or I've been wanting to try that place, great. Positive responses like these make him feel more confident and create a more pleasant atmosphere. Take the initiative to create bonding moments. Sometimes, a small action such as pouring him a drink, ordering something you think he will like, or suggesting a small game while waiting for the food is enough to create a connection. These gestures show that you are also paying attention and care about him. Don't hesitate to suggest the next meeting. If you enjoyed the date, don't just wait for him to say the next thing. You can gently suggest, like, next time, let's try watching a movie, or I know a great coffee shop, let's check it out next time. A small suggestion is enough to let him know that you also want to continue getting to know him. Things to avoid when taking initiative. Do not be too imposing or controlling. Initiative is different from wanting to control everything. Do not insist on deciding all the activities without asking for his opinion. Let both have a say. Do not be overly aggressive. Initiative needs to be moderate. If you text continuously or demand too much attention, he might feel pressured. Keep everything natural and moderate. Do not be too fake. If you do not actually like a certain activity, do not pretend to be excited just to please him. Show initiative in a way that suits your true self. Finally, a little initiative from the woman can completely change the way a date unfolds. Men do not need you to lead everything, but they will greatly appreciate if you show that you are also investing in the meeting. Initiative helps create a comfortable atmosphere, makes it easier for both to connect, and makes the relationship more natural and lasting. Instead of just waiting, try applying a few small ways to show your initiative. Sometimes, just a simple word or a small action is enough to make the other feel special and want to continue the journey of getting to know you. Point number 4. Not being judged or compared. The thing men always expect but rarely say. In a relationship, everyone wants to be recognized and appreciated for who they are. Men are no exception. They always expect to be seen in a fair light, not compared to others, and especially not judged based on strict standards. Even though they rarely express it, when they feel weighed against an ex, friends, colleagues, or even an idealized figure, men gradually lose their confidence and comfort when they are with you. Conversely, when a man feels that you cherish him for all that he is, the relationship will become stronger and more reliable. Why do men dislike being judged or compared? It creates unnecessary pressure. When compared, a man will feel that he is not good enough and must strive to meet the standards you expect. This can create an invisible pressure, making him lose the natural feeling of being with you. It makes him feel underestimated. If you unintentionally mention someone else's strengths in front of him, even without the intention of criticizing, he might feel that you do not value him enough. This can cause him to feel inferior, or worse, to feel that he is not worthy of you. It causes an imbalance in the relationship. A healthy relationship is one where both parties respect and recognize each other's value. If one person is continuously judged or compared, the relationship will gradually become unbalanced, as that person will always have to prove themselves rather than simply enjoying the relationship naturally. It breaks the natural connection between the two. When men feel compared to others, they gradually lose the emotional connection with you. They may withdraw, share less, and eventually become distant. The forms of comparison and judgment that men hate the most. Comparison with an ex. One of the most sensitive issues for men is when they are compared to your ex. Whether intentional or not, phrases such as, "Your ex was very good at this." "Before, I used to be treated differently. He always knew how to surprise you, whereas you." These statements can make a man feel that he is not good enough or cannot measure up to your ex. This not only hurts his self-esteem but also makes him gradually feel insecure about the current relationship. Comparison with friends, colleagues, or an idealized figure. Sometimes, women may inadvertently compliment someone else in front of their boyfriend or the person they are getting to know, such as, "You're very good at making money. I like a man with a stable career like that." Your friend's boyfriend is very thoughtful, always knows how to make her happy. Don't you think you should go to the gym to have a better figure? These remarks, though meant innocently, can hurt a man's feelings and diminish his self-confidence. If he cannot meet those standards, he will gradually feel that you do not truly appreciate him. Judging based on strict standards. Not everyone is perfect, and men do not like to be judged solely based on the aspects in which they are lacking. If you continually point out their weaknesses without acknowledging their good qualities, they will tend to withdraw and invest less in the relationship. How to make a man feel respected? Focus on their strengths. Instead of comparing him to others, pay attention to the things he does well. If you appreciate what he has, he will be more motivated to improve himself. Avoid dwelling on the past. Men do not want to hear too much about your ex or what you have experienced in previous relationships. If you share, focus only on what helps both of you understand each other better, rather than creating a sense of comparison. Respect differences. Everyone has their own strengths. If he is not good at something, do not rush to criticize or compare. Instead, see it as an opportunity for both of you to learn from and complement each other. Encourage and acknowledge his efforts. When a man feels recognized, he will be more motivated to try harder in the relationship. Sometimes, a simple compliment like "I love the way you think about this issue," or "You did that very well," can make him feel valued. Avoid making negative comparisons even in jokes. Sometimes, you might think that you are just joking, but a man can still feel hurt. Consider your words carefully, as some comments may affect his self-esteem more than you realize. In the end, men do not need excessive flattery or over-the-top praise, but they want to be seen in a fair light. When they feel that they are not being compared or judged, they will feel safe and more willing to open up to you. Instead of weighing them against others, focus on the relationship between the two of you and find ways to grow together. When you know how to respect and cherish your man, you not only help him feel more confident but also create a solid foundation for a lasting relationship. Point number 5. Happy moments, laughter. When it comes to a perfect date, many people immediately think of a romantic setting, deep conversations, or attraction based on appearance. However, there is one extremely important element that men always expect: those happy moments and natural laughter. Men may not say it out loud, but they always enjoy being with a woman who can make them feel comfortable, relaxed, and happy. Laughter not only reduces the tension in a date but also helps both people connect faster and on a deeper level. Why are happy moments and laughter so important? They help build a natural connection. Not every serious conversation creates a bond. Sometimes, a funny story, a cute clumsy moment, or a little playful banter can make both feel closer. Laughter helps break down barriers and creates a pleasant atmosphere where both can be themselves. They create unforgettable memories. A date can become dull if it revolves only around ordinary conversations. But if there are happy moments, it will turn into an unforgettable memory. Men often remember those who can bring them positive feelings. A funny story, or an unexpectedly joyful situation, can make you stand out in their minds. They help both feel more comfortable and less pressured. For many, a first date can be stressful because everyone wants to make a good impression. A cheerful atmosphere can ease this tension and make everything feel more natural. When both can laugh together, it is a sign that a connection is forming without too much effort. Laughter is a sign of good interaction. If you laugh a lot on a date, it means the conversation is flowing smoothly. This is a positive sign that both share a similar wavelength and can go further. Men often feel more confident when they can make you laugh. If you respond sincerely, they will feel motivated to continue pursuing you. How to create happy moments on a date. Smile naturally. There is nothing more attractive than a genuine smile. When you truly feel happy, smile without forcing it or overthinking about maintaining an image. Men can tell if you are faking a smile just to please them. So, let everything happen naturally. Tell a funny story or share a joyful experience. You don't have to be a comedian to make someone laugh. Sometimes, simply sharing a funny story about yourself, a memorable experience, or a quirky situation you've encountered can make the conversation more interesting. Men appreciate those who can laugh at themselves without being too serious or self-conscious. Playfully tease in a natural way. A little gentle teasing can make the atmosphere more fun. However, make sure that your jokes are not offensive or uncomfortable for the other person. For example, if he chooses a rather unusual dish, you might joke, "You're really brave to try that. If it's not good, I'll blame you." Participate in fun activities instead of just sitting and talking. If possible, choose interesting date activities like playing games, trying a light physical activity, or even cooking together. These activities create many natural moments to laugh and enjoy each other's company. For instance, if you go bowling, challenge each other playfully, or if you're dining out, try a new dish that neither of you has had before. Enjoy the present moment. Don't worry too much about making everything perfect. Sometimes, the most natural funny moments come from unexpected situations. If something unforeseen happens, enjoy it rather than feeling embarrassed. For example, if a cat suddenly jumps on the table while you are having coffee, turn it into a funny story instead of feeling awkward. Things to avoid when trying to create a joyful atmosphere. Don't overdo it. If you feel that you have to deliberately force the date to be cheerful, it can become awkward. Let everything occur naturally. Avoid overly serious or negative stories. If from the beginning of the date you talk about heavy topics like work stress, tense family issues, or negative social problems, it may ruin the light atmosphere. Don't fake laughter. If you do not find something funny, don't force a laugh just to please your partner. That can reduce the sincerity of your reaction. Finally, happy moments and laughter not only make a date memorable but are also a sign that both people truly harmonize. Men always want to be with someone who can make them feel relaxed, comfortable, and joyful. Remember, you don't need complicated date plans or top-notch humorous stories. Just a bit of openness, a genuine smile, and readiness to enjoy the moment can create a wonderful date that your partner will always remember. Point number 6. A hint of excitement from you. The thing men always expect but rarely say. Men may be the ones who take the initiative in a relationship, but that does not mean they are always completely confident. They also have moments of doubt, unsure whether you truly like them or not. This is why they always hope to receive a hint from you, small signals sufficient to let them know that you also have feelings for them. However, many women tend to keep their distance or wait for the other party to make the first move, causing men to fall into a state of confusion, not knowing whether to continue pursuing or not. A little positive signal from you can help boost their confidence, increase the connection, and allow the relationship to develop in a natural and sustainable way. Why do men need hints of excitement from you? It helps them know they're on the right track. During the early stages of a relationship, men are often unsure if you really like them or if you are just being polite. If they receive a small positive signal from you, they will feel more assured and no longer worry about whether they are bothering you or being rejected. It boosts their confidence and motivation to pursue. If a man feels that he must blindly chase without knowing if you care, he might give up quickly. But if you show excitement, even through small gestures, he will be motivated to continue trying and building the relationship. It helps the relationship progress more naturally. A relationship cannot rely solely on the effort of one party. When both clearly show interest, everything becomes more natural and effortless. This prevents both from having to guess each other's feelings, thus creating a deeper connection. How to subtly hint at your excitement. Maintain eye contact. Eye contact is one of the most powerful ways to show interest. When a man is talking to you, maintain eye contact instead of looking down at your phone or around the room. If you look at him attentively, accompanied by a slight smile, it will make him feel special and understand that you genuinely care about him. Take the initiative in responding to conversations. If he texts first or initiates the conversation, you should also take the initiative to respond instead of giving short answers or leaving him as the one carrying the conversation. Rather than just saying "or okay," ask a question back or share your thoughts to show that you are also interested in the dialogue. Exhibit positive body language. Some small gestures can help you send a signal of excitement without saying it outright. For example, slightly lean toward him when talking. Play with your hair or lightly touch his arm while conversing. Nod or smile when he says something interesting. These actions help him feel that you enjoy being around him. Take the initiative to check in or suggest a meeting. If you like him, don't just wait for him to invite you out. A simple text like, "How have you been lately? The other day you mentioned that coffee shop, I'd love to try it, let's go together?" This helps him understand that you are also interested in spending time with him. Don't hesitate to give a genuine compliment. Men also appreciate being complimented, especially when it is sincere. Some examples might be, "You have a great sense of style. I really like the way you think about that issue. You seem very thoughtful, I'm really impressed." These gentle compliments help him feel that you notice him and have a good impression of him. Show your enthusiasm when you're around him. If you like someone, let them see it. Don't remain overly indifferent or aloof, thinking that it makes you more valuable. If you are cheerful, laugh more, and show that you truly enjoy your time with him, it will help him feel more comfortable and confident. Things to avoid when showing your excitement. Do not be overbearing. A little hint is enough, but if you are too proactive or text continuously, it might pressure the man. Avoid playing hard to get or being too elusive. If you like someone, express it clearly instead of trying to create distance or making him guess whether you like him or not. Do not compare him to others. When giving compliments or showing excitement, focus on him rather than mentioning someone else as an example. Finally, men do not require you to be overly explicit or reveal your feelings immediately, but a hint of excitement will help motivate them to continue pursuing you. Small, subtle signals like eye contact, a smile, proactive conversation, and gentle gestures can all help him feel your affection. When a relationship is built on mutual interaction, it becomes more natural, sustainable, and meaningful. So, if you truly like someone, do not hesitate to show a bit of excitement. It could be the key to opening up a wonderful relationship. Point number 7. Ending the date with a positive signal. The thing men always expect but rarely say. A date can go wonderfully, filled with laughter and connection, but just as important is the way it ends. Men often hope that the date will conclude on a positive note, leaving a good aftertaste and giving them the motivation to continue pursuing you. A positive signal at the end of the date doesn't have to be elaborate or overly romantic. Sometimes, just a word or a gentle gesture is enough to make the other person feel that the date was successful and has the potential to go further. Why is ending the date positively so important? It creates a lasting emotional impression. Psychologically, people tend to remember the final moments of an experience clearly. If a date ends awkwardly, coldly, or without any sense of appreciation, it can overshadow all the good moments that came before. Conversely, a light hug, a warm smile, or a sincere word can help the other person feel happy even after parting ways. It lets the other person know how you feel. Men are often not very skilled at reading others' thoughts. If you don't give a clear signal, they might be left wondering whether the date went well or not. A small sign from you will help them understand that you had a good time and are open to a next meeting. It encourages the continuation of the relationship. If you want to go further with someone, a positive signal at the end of the date will create momentum for future encounters. Men will be more motivated to continue pursuing if they feel your reciprocal interest. How to end the date on a positive note. Give a compliment or a thank you. A simple phrase like "I really enjoyed spending time with you today" or "This evening was very enjoyable, thank you for spending your time with me," will make the other person feel appreciated. If he took the initiative to arrange the date, acknowledging that will help him feel that what he did was meaningful. Maintain eye contact and smile. When parting, look into his eyes with a gentle smile instead of just turning away. This shows that you genuinely like him and want to continue the connection. Eye contact and smiles are nonverbal signals that have a tremendous power in conveying emotion. A gentle but meaningful gesture. Depending on the level of intimacy between you two, you can end the date with a light hug, a touch on his hand, or even a gentle kiss if you both have built a good connection. Men typically do not expect too much physicality, but a small action is enough for them to feel the closeness and sincerity from you. Take the initiative to suggest or propose a next meeting. If you truly like him, don't hesitate to hint at another encounter. For example, "Would you like to try that new coffee shop next time?" Or "I heard there's a great movie coming out soon, it might be fun to check it out together." This not only reassures him but also creates an opportunity for both of you to further develop the relationship. Send a message after you get home. If you want to leave a good impression after the date, a simple message like "I'm home now, I had a wonderful time today, thank you," will help him feel reassured and motivated to continue getting to know you. This also lets him know that you weren't just polite but truly enjoyed your time together. Things to avoid when ending the date. Don't leave without any signal. If you just say bye coldly and walk away, he won't know whether you actually liked him or not. This can leave him confused or even lose interest. Don't act distant or cold. Even if the date went well, if you show no emotion when parting, he may think that you're not interested and may be hesitant to continue pursuing you. Avoid saying misleading or negative things. Phrases like "it was okay, but I think we should just be friends," or "I'm not sure about my feelings," can leave him feeling disappointed. If you're not ready to take things further, let things happen naturally instead of making a comment that dampens the mood of the date. Don't leave him waiting for a message. If you really had a good impression of him, don't leave him waiting too long without any follow-up. This can weaken the connection between the two of you. In the end, the way a date ends can greatly determine the future development of the relationship. Men desire a clear sign that the date went well and that they can continue pursuing you with greater confidence. A compliment, a smile, a gentle gesture, or a short message after you get home, each can serve as a positive signal to help the relationship move forward. Therefore, if you had a wonderful date, don't hesitate to show that. A little subtlety and initiative from you can make the man feel appreciated and eager to see you again. Conclusion. In love and dating, not only women but men also have silent expectations, things they rarely express but are very important to them. From respect and attention, naturalness and comfort, to a little initiative from the other side, all contribute to making a perfect date. Men do not expect perfection, but they always hope to feel genuine care and connection from you. A date is not an interview or a test, but an opportunity for both to understand each other better, create happy moments, and share sincere laughter. When men feel that they are not being compared or judged, they can open up and show their true selves. The subtle signals of excitement from you not only boost their confidence but also serve as a catalyst for the relationship to progress further. Finally, the way a date ends is just as important. A positive sign, whether a smile, a thank you, or a simple message, can let the other person know that you also cherish the time spent together. When both share a connection and mutual appreciation, that becomes the solid foundation for a lasting relationship. So, if you truly care about someone, show it sincerely. Sometimes, just a little subtlety, a bit of initiative, and a touch of understanding can create a memorable date and open the door to true love. That concludes today's video. Thank you for taking the time to watch until the end. I hope you found these valuable lessons and insights helpful on your journey of love. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to receive more interesting content in the future. I am very grateful for your support and look forward to seeing you in the next videos. Wishing you endless love and happiness.